We ate dinner.
Yeah,
it was
we
ham. It was good.
It was good ham.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
So we're doing favorite YouTube channels from 2015. What was your most watched, and did you enjoy the most?
Well, let's see. I started watching a lot more Game Theory.
Oh yeah, I actually stopped watching Game Theory last year.
Really?
Yeah. He started producing a lot more, and I was like, I just don't feel like keeping up with this.
Fair enough. I haven't been keeping up with all of it as we go along. Like I've skipped a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's stuff because fuck that game, I don't care. But yeah, in particular though, like I mean, also like they switched over to doing film theory as well.
Yeah.
Right. So I started watching that, but out of the game theorists, the one I found I was watching the most was actually Gaijin Goomba. So I've actually subscribed to his channel as well.
Right.
So, sort of counting that all as one, but mostly, yeah, I started watching Gaijin Goomba's stuff.
Cool.
He does a lot of, like, you know, different, like, what cultures are being involved in what games and whatnot.
Right.
Like, what kind of cultural references they're making, not necessarily to just the culture from which the game was created, but, like, other ones as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Another one that... I watched a lot of this year was This Exists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just
you showed me a couple of
all
those.
kinds of just random shit. A lot of it, like, musical-based, but other stuff, too, right?
Yeah.
Of just, like, kind of things where it's like, I would like to take an episode to point out that this is a thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I can dig it. Dude's Canadian, too, so gotta dig it.
Gotta support Canadians.
Yep. Another one I subscribed to this year to watch through... is Andre Meadows' Black Nerd Comedy.
Oh yeah, I did too actually. I haven't been like super keeping up with him. I watched a couple of his Power Ranger reviews and stuff.
Those are actually oddly those are the ones I'm not watching because
really?
I don't I mean,
you don't care about what Dino Force Charge or whatever it is.
I do and I don't. It's like I watched Kyoryuger, which they adapted into Dino Charge, but I'm not, like, Dino Charge seems to be a better adaptation of a Sentai series into a Power Rangers than they did with Super Mega Force, but I've got too much to focus on that I can't start branching off again.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I can't see the Dino Charge Rangers without seeing the characters that they previously were, right?
Yeah.
It's tough for me. But yeah, watching a lot of his stuff. A lot of his like rants and reviews and things like that are pretty great.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes just the unboxings, just the random shit that people send him. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, still watching a lot of Game Grumps because I like them.
Yeah.
I like the music stuff they put out too. Also, they just added Ninja Brian as an actual Grump finally.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because I mean he moved to LA, like quit his teaching position, moved to LA. And so that they could do more like Ninja Sex Party and whatnot.
He was a teacher. I bet no one took him seriously.
He was a professor of theoretical physics.
I bet no one took him seriously.
No, actually, he was quite respected in his field.
Really, that's awesome. That's
the
so
teaching
cool.
position he had was at the what was it, the Queen Mary's University of London. Yeah, like, he had a fucking high profile teaching position for theoretical physics and. Quit it to go write songs about dicks.
Professor Ninja Brian.
Yep. But, yeah, so they've added him to the actual Grump roster now, because he's living out there. Mostly because, through, like, their YouTube and stuff like that, it's become financially feasible for Danny and Brian to do that as their sole job.
Yeah.
While, working on their Ninja Sex Party stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so many toy reviewers that I watch and that I continue to watch and whatnot. But the one that's probably been the best for me this year is definitely Vangelis. He's been doing, like, I've been subscribed to that guy for years, but this year I seem to, like, have really enjoyed just about everything he's put out, even if it's stuff that I'm, like, not even interested in.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like, oh, this toy line here, and I'm like, I don't really care, but I'm gonna watch your video anyways, and he's just, like, over the top with his, like, his review style, and he's always got great angles on stuff. And lately he's been doing with some of his Transformers, like, transformation sequences that look like he's not manipulating it in any way, shape, or form.
That's cool. So he just sort of does stop motion sort of thing?
Not really. Like, I mean, it's just close cropped so you can't see where his hands are, like shifting a piece into place or whatever.
Right.
But then the end result is pretty cool. Like, he'll have a guy, like, spin around and then boom, like, 3-point landing, like Tony Stark style, right?
Right.
And, I mean, it all flows together pretty well, and you know what he's doing, but it still looks cool, right?
Yeah.
And I had another point I was about to make there. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, stuff's been good. So that's that. I mean, that'd be sort of the top 5. And then there's the obvious, like, I'm still watching all the Rooster Teeth stuff, Achievement Hunter, Let's Play, The No, Funhouse, just, all that, right?
Yeah.
I was a sponsor on the Rooster Teeth site for a while, so I got to watch all the stuff when it came out, like, for sponsors. And as soon as I have any money at all, going to renew my sponsorships so that I can continue watching Ruby as it comes out, because there's a new episode tomorrow and I want to watch it. But I'm not going to get to watch it tomorrow. Sad face.
Balls.
Yeah. There's probably more, but that's,
That's your top 5?
Yeah, and...
Is that 5?
That was more than 5, but there was a 5, and then there's some honorable mention, and then there's some taking some and combining them into one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, anyway.
Gotcha.
About you?
Looking at my list, it's a wide range of things that I've been watching. So we'll go 5 through 2, honorable mentions, and then number 1, like a professional does.
Oh, fine.
Oh, number 5, because this year I got into D&D.
Number 5.
Take it. Dawn Forged cast. Solely, not just D&D, Pathfinder, D&D, tabletop stuff. Mostly Pathfinder and D&D. Been doing a lot of 5e stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tips on how to be a better DM and be a better player. And a lot of live stream archives where he just, like, talks to people. They ask him questions and he gives his opinion on it and all that. And he's been playing for, I don't even know how long, probably 20 years. And so he's been doing it probably, like, non-stop.
Early for that long.
Yeah, he's been mastering the art of it. And he has some strong opinions that, even as a beginner, I don't always agree with. And you don't always have to agree.
Mm-hmm. And
it's just good to hear his opinions because he's obviously well-versed in his D&D playing. And lots of really interesting stuff. And number 4 is Creeps McPasta, which is a creepypasta channel that I really enjoy. The guy has a British voice, probably because he's British. And,
that would explain it, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know, I think it's mostly just his voice, because creepypastas aren't really great in general, but I enjoy them. And I enjoy his voice.
Yeah.
And he's reliable, so that's always the thing.
Reliability is always a nice thing.
Yeah. Number 3 is Armored Skeptic.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have nearly enough stuff. And it's so rare. He has like maybe 1 or 2 videos a month, but they're always really good. Really good stuff. He's starting to do a little bit more, like, sort of off-the-cuff stuff.
Yeah.
Just, like, talking about things. So, that's cool. He's hilarious.
He also showed his face in a video.
That's true. He actually has another channel where he often does.
Yeah.
I think. And he's Canadian, too. So.
Yeah.
Gotta support the Canadians.
Yeah, I've been watching him, too.
Number 2 is Pro Jared, because Pro Jared.
Actually, I subbed to Pro Jared this year, so yeah, I guess I could add him retroactively to my list.
Yeah. I mean, I subbed to him a long time ago,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed him a lot this year.
Yeah. D in December.
D in December was a great icing on the cake of 2015.
Yeah.
It was super, super good. But he's had a lot of great Pro Jared videos this year, too.
The Donkey Kong Country cartoon one was
it
great.
was good. But yeah, it's just we got more of him this year than we ever got before. And it was great. Also, GX. Honorable mentions are a couple local guys. We got Happy Console Gamer, who literally lives like a couple minutes from here, or at least he did, and he moved a couple minutes more from here. Seems really cool. I love all of his videos and stuff. Very simple stuff, just him sitting down and talking about stuff. And I don't know, I just really enjoy hearing his opinion on things, and always has similar opinions to me, so yeah.
It's always helpful.
Yeah. And there's Sexplanations, which is a great just like sex education channel, which is like, I find it really important for a lot of people because even like if you're well versed in sex, you've been having sex for 20 years, there's stuff you don't know and stuff you should know. I think
Yeah.
it's stuff everybody should know. It's generally appropriate for all ages, unless you're, I don't know, stupid. Um,
Or
yeah,
don't believe that sex should be
discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you should just not know anything about it until you stick your dick in a chick. That was a lot of rhymes.
That's how I did it.
I
mean, what?
And another honorable mention, guy from Seattle, so kind of close. Metal Jesus Rocks. He actually used to work for Sierra, and he's got a lot of big box PC games. That's his like main collection, so that's kind of cool. But he collects all sorts of stuff, and he has
Oh yeah, you were showing me one of. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I like seeing what he's got and what he's talking about. He does a lot of like hidden gems videos. So like, what's some games not a lot of people know about on Xbox OG, and yeah, that sort of thing. And yeah, I like that a lot. Super Beard Bros, which is the Completionist's other gameplay channel.
Yeah.
And I've been watching a lot of that. They're doing some great Mario Maker stuff. So, yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Number one, probably the most random one, is the Young Turks. I literally watch the Young Turks every night before bed. That's where I get my news from, because I trust them a lot more than any other news source. I agree with them fairly often, and they're actually journalism, so that's cool. Yeah, and they cover all sorts of important topics and some not so important topics, and it's generally good. And it's not like tonight, blah blah blah, bad stuff happens. They have a good time and they laugh and they make jokes, and they also do serious news. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, I like it a lot. Spend a lot of time watching that. And that's how I keep up to date. And I think I started watching it because, you know, U.S. politics was really pissing me off. And it was pissing them off too, and we connected.
Right on.
Yeah. That's the thing. YouTube, it's been a great year, for sure.
I suppose I subbed to JonTron this year, too. Finally. Took me long enough.
Did he even have any videos come out this year?
Starcade, actually, great series.
Oh, really?
It was him doing, like, basically taking a look at... Oh, bumped the table there. Basically him taking a look at, like, every bit of Star Wars games and other such things that he could.
Right.
Filmed from sets they had constructed to look like the interiors of the Millennium Falcon and stuff like that. He had one great scene where he was talking about, like, the X-Wing games and how it's like, oh, you know, you feel like you're really in an X-Wing, really taking on something. And then it cuts to, like, a shot of, like, 3 X-Wings flying by, or maybe just one, I don't remember. Anyway, and it's him in, like, a cockpit of an X-Wing,
right.
helmet on and everything. And he's like, you know, oh, we're going to stick it to Vader or whatever, right? And then he calls in for, to see how his other squad mates are doing or whatever, his squadron, yeah, that's the right word. I'm looking for the right word. Okay, how the other guys in the squadron are doing, and the first one is Ross. It's like, things are going bad. Things are going very bad. Turns out he's at, like, the bottom of the fucking ocean, right? He's like, okay, well, you're no goddamn help. Okay, how about Mark? And fucking Markiplier there, like,
right.
flying an X-Wing, and he's like, yeah, I ran into a school bus, and then he's like, I'm inside Arnold. It's like, what? Yeah, I have to help him fight a disease. It's like, okay. But yeah, the end of it was something really special because the whole kind of loosely formed premise of it was that Darth Vader was making him go through all of this Star Wars stuff and playing all these different games and stuff like that. And then at the end of it, they had like a total like Vader Emperor and John as Luke kind of thing.
Right.
And then when it came time to, like, you know, unmask Vader, you know, because he's all like, you're my friend and everything else, and it's like, what are you talking about? And he takes the mask off. It's Aaron, and it's like, and they fucking have like a dance number at the end and everything else.
That's
and it's
great.
just like, you know, finally putting aside those fucking internet rumors that they ended on such bad terms and shit like that.
Yeah.
When really, you know, they had this all saved up.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a little emotional. It was really good though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. So that was actually pretty good for 2015 as well.
Yeah, that's good that they put that to rest though, because I just hear that a lot.
Oh yeah, things like everything would come up, like fucking, oh, Aaron's a racist, so John left, or like, you know, something like fucking, you know, someone banged somebody else's girl, or, you know, like just all kinds of like dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. Eventually, they're just like, no, we're fine. We just, John had stuff to do, so he went and did his own thing.
Life.
Yeah, life, exactly. So it was really nice to see them just kind of come together, and it's like, I just wanted to play a game with you for old time's sake, and stuff like that. And I'm like, right. It was good though. It was very good. And yeah, then they had a Han Solo dance number at the end. By the way, the heater's still on.
Oh yeah, you guys can probably hear the heater.
Yeah,
well,
we're good at this.
We are super great. It's always the first batch of recording that's a total clusterfuck.
Yep. Always is. But yeah, so I think that's YouTube for 2015.
Yeah. You guys, we'll put links in the description so you can check out some of the channels. And yeah.
Definitely not doing a YouTube rewind.
No.
And that's segment.